Years ago, a lady met me, and she told me that something happened between her and the husband. And she told me that one day she was actually okay. Let me just say the story straight. She said that for 15 years her husband has not touched her. That is from 1998 to when she was telling me this story. That was 2000 and something. It was practically 16 years that the husband has not touched her. I've not even asked for sex. But when you go to the house, you find that they are okay. Everything is okay. They are talking. People can come, but they don't know that it's not going. So she has tried multiple times to request for sex, but the husband refused. So the guy goes out and finds young girls and does what he wants. So she narrated me the story, what really happened. She said that one day she was preparing for an exam. So she was actually reading in the parlor, and the husband came and he wanted to have sex. And the husband said, okay, let's have sex now. My body is really hot. You see, and she said that she refused, right? I believe she refused in a way that the man became very angry. And the man, from that day, was from that day that the man refused to absolutely touch her, have nothing to do concerning sex on her. That's 16 years after she was asking for prayers. The man of God, can you pray for me that God should touch his heart? For 16 years, a man was able to punish his wife because he refused him sex one day. I blame both of them. I will explain to you why. I blame the woman first, because for those who are endurance, that are staying in sex, they can take 10 minutes. Okay, when you go above that, maybe 30 minutes, it means you are sick. So let us say 6 to 10 minutes. That is very small. That is very small, that they could have concluded the thing and she continued reading her book again. But I believe that was not just the only time she refused. I believe she has been refusing, because you cannot refuse a man's sex for one time and it goes that type of punishment to you. So I'm sure she was refusing. That one was the last one that broke the camel's back, and the man said, I will never touch you again. I'm sure he took a vow that will never touch you, that they have touched you, let me die. I'm sure he took that type of vow, because it takes bone to make 60 years without even if you are sleeping with other girls outside without touching the woman you're sleeping on the bed. She's going to bed, she come back naked, you don't do anything. It takes a lot of bone. It means it takes a lot of anger. And I said the second, I also said that I blame the man also. You cannot punish somebody for 60 years. 60 years without having sex. If you don't want to, let her go. There's no need keeping her in your house. If you are feeling that you don't have to give her what is right, let her go. Now, I know that many of you who are listening to me now are going through similar situations. I know many of you are going through similar situations. Now, some of you right now are listening to this video. Your wife is refusing you sex. A lot of wives are also hearing your husband is refusing you sex. It's a very terrible situation. It's a very terrible situation to be in. And I also saw a guy who said that for 3 years, the wife refused him sex. The wife is refusing him sex for 3 years. 3. And he said at a point where he has now lost interest to have sex with her again. Can you imagine that? When somebody comes to that level, those are the type of people that can make many years without even touching their wives. Now, when you look closely, those type of families, I have said that if you are actually living that type of way, it's better for you to tell the person, I can't continue this relationship. Do you know why? I will tell you why. Because sex has a greater role to play in your prosperity. Most people don't know that. You are surprised, right? Sex have a better role have a higher role. Sex is not just for enjoyment. God did not just put sex that you have children. There is a spiritual significance of sex. And that's why God forbids us from having sex with so many people, or having sex outside marriage, because it has a lot of power and have a lot of significance. If you have sex with somebody who have maybe, let's say, a family curse, it is probable that curse will transmit to you. That curse, that lineage can be transmitted to you through sex. Those devils that live in that family can come to your own family through sex. So sex can be can transmit poverty, can transmit riches. So there is power in sex. So I have noticed that most of those families where the man refuses the wife sex, or the man refuses the wife, the both ways, most of them, check where they are stranded. They are suffering financially. There's a financial problem. I want to speak to this situation. Is mostly women that do this type of thing. I know men also do like that, but most times it is women. Now I want to say to you, madam, that there is a significance in sex. It's not just pleasure. Sex makes your husband to be productive at work, to be productive in everything that he does. Sex has that power to make a man reason well, to bring a lot of money. You must understand that it has been proven, even with science, that most men who are rich have a high nature for sex. And that's why most times we see a lot of rich people go out with small girls, because they have a high nature, because that nature of sex is a driving force that makes them to make a lot of money. You don't, I know you have never heard that today. So if, imagine that you are giving it to your husband. I mean husband, I'm not talking about you going to sleep with other people's children. No, I mean married people. You are giving it to your husband. Your husband will be more productive than what he is right now. If he comes at home with 100,000 francs, be sure that he will start coming with 200,000. If he's coming with 500,000, be sure he will start coming with 1 million. Because sex will make him productive. Sex, I said, is not just for pleasure. It's not just to have children. So don't punish your man through sex. Don't punish your woman through sex, because also you want your woman to be helpful to you. Satisfy her sexually, and she is going to be helpful. Because if this is missing in the home, that family suffers financially. You can do your own experience. You can observe those who go through this similar situation. Check their financial status. There is a problem. There is a problem in money. Now, when you read your Bible, look at all the men that had maybe many wives, or who were highly sensitive sexually, how they were rich. I will start with Abraham. A lot of them. Let's start with let's just say Solomon. Solomon had 1,300 wives, 700 wives, and 300 concubines, and was very rich. Look at David. David, at a point when I slept with somebody else, a wife. So men who are rich. So if you want your husband to be productive financially, to be productive in his workplace, give him sex. It's for your good. So don't think that you are punishing the man, or the man should not think that he's punishing the wife. Both of you are putting yourself in trouble. Both of you are putting yourself in suffering. And I want to take the time to speak to Christian ladies specifically. There are even pastors. I want to tell you this. There are even pastors that their wives are refusing them sex. There are pastors that their wives are refusing them sex. And most times it's because these pastors' wives, they think that my husband cannot cheat. So even if I don't give him sex, it will be a better way to punish him. Unbelievers most times are afraid to refuse sex to their partners, because an unbelieving husband, when the wife said no, he can just go out and take any girl and satisfy himself. But for the Christian, for the born again, for a man of God, he cannot go out. He only have to take the sex from his wife. So when you as a wife, you refuse sex to your husband, it's terrible. It's terrible. You are doing a very terrible thing. And God may hold you responsible for anything that happens along the line. Don't think that when it comes to that, don't think you are punishing just the man. God is watching you. God is watching you. When you as a pastor's wife, you refuse your husband's sex, that he will not touch you for a certain number of months, days, God is watching you. Believe me, you are going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it, because we are talking about somebody who carries the gospel of Jesus, and you frustrate him, because, and if he goes out, he knows that his ministry is going to be at stake. He cannot go out because he knows that people will talk. Now, man of God done this. So most men of God are dying in their homes because their wives cannot give them sex. I'm telling you that a lot of them, and maybe some will get this message, a lot of them, but they can't do anything because their image, they have to protect it. They have to protect their image. And in some cases also, there are some pastors also who refuse their wife. I've said this message applies to both ways, but it's mostly on the side of women, because men are mostly the victim in this. Don't use sex to punish your husband. If you are punishing your husband or punishing your partner through sex, you are affecting you people's financial life. You are affecting your financial life. God did not just put sex for enjoyment for children. There is a spiritual significance. And it has been proven even with science that sex makes a man more productive. Do you know that when athletes, they want to go for a ring, let us say boxers, right? Those who are doing boxing. Do you know that before they enter the ring, it is forbidden for them to have sex? Do you know why? It's because if they have sex before they go for a game, they have a lot of energy, because sex is the booster of energy. So most times they may likely go and win. So it is forbidden to have sex, maybe let's say 1 hour to a boxing match. Yeah, in many disciplines it is so. So don't just think that sex is something that is just natural. It's spiritual, and you can either use it positively or you can use it negatively. And also, men who are actually sleeping with many girls out there, stop it. You are destroying your life. It's not affecting God, it's affecting you. Sooner or later, you will start seeing it affecting your finances. You will start seeing it affecting your health, affecting your environment, affecting your family. Avoid all these things. It's for your good. And you're going to enjoy lasting prosperity and success with God. That is the word of God I have for you today on the importance to be able to be intimate with your partner, because this controls your finance. It determines whether you're going to be successful or you're going to be a failure. When they say behind every successful man is a woman, it's not only about work or support. It's also about emotion. All is inside. Sex is part of it. And sex is the highest form of energy, a highest form of pleasure and connectivity with the spiritual. Make no mistake. So God bless every one of you. Please share this message so that it will get to everyone. Those who are actually refusing their body to their partners, let them know that it's affecting them, not only their lives but their finances also. So let's share this message. God bless you.